ज्योति स्टेनो टाइपिंग कॉलेज में आप सभी का स्वागत है बच्चों। ये है एसएससी डिक्टेशन नंबर 94। पहले इसको अच्छे से लिखेंगे, फिर पढ़ें, फिर टाइप कर दें। डिक्टेशन स्टार्ट आफ्टर 5 सेकेंड। मिस्टर डेप्यूटी स्पीकर सर, I would like to express my sincere thanks to you for having given me an opportunity to speak on the motion of thanks to the President's address to the joint session by the President of India. Everybody today is very much concerned about corruption. Let us apply our mind to it. Which political party is free from corruption? Let us apply our mind to it. Which political party is free from corruption? Which political party is not taking black money or unaccounted money for facing elections in this country? I entered the legislature about 50 years back. My friend Shri S.M. Krishna is sitting here. This is the 50th year in my life as a people's representative with only a 2-year break. I have seen what is going on in this country. People who give sermons must touch their conscience and say without any black money or the money given by industrial or corporate houses, electoral politics is possible and that they are not obliged to them when in power. That is the situation prevailing in this country. All of us have to now think as to how best we can improve the situation and how best we can remove corruption from our administrative and political systems. All these things are collective efforts. All of us should think over it without mixing politics. We have failed in finding out a suitable remedy for corruption, which is a more dangerous disease than cancer. Mention has been made about 2G spectrum and other cases. I am not going into them in detail. Economic reforms were brought about by Dr. Manmohan Singh in 1991. I was a member of this house at that time as a newcomer. I told Dr. Saheb that day that agriculture sector would be adversely affected with these economic reforms. After 20 years, he has expressed on several occasions in his speeches that we have to suffer very badly. I have repeated his own statement here. He made a sincere effort in 1991 to bail out the country from the economic debt trap that it had entered into. Sri Chandrasekhar, who was the Prime Minister and who is no more now, pledged about 30 tons of gold to save the situation. You yourself had kept about 150 tons of gold to overcome the situation in 1991. You tried your best. True, our economic growth is going to be appreciated all over the world. At the same time, with the rate of corruption prevailing in India, we have to bow our heads in shame we all must seriously think over the issue. It is not a partition issue. It is not an issue of the ruling party or the opposition party. With my little experience in the last 50 years, I have seen times when elections were so cheap that with 1000 rupees we used to fight elections. Today it is rupees 50 crore for an assembly election in Karnataka. Sir, I do not know whether we can overcome this type of situation in this country. Monday is not the issue. Yesterday I heard the senior-most leader. I have great respect for Sri Rajnath Singh, who was the president of the BJP and also the chief minister of UP, the largest state with population of 20 crores or 25 crore. As I was sitting on the back side, my senior colleague Sri Mulayam Singh Yadav asked me why I was sitting in the back. I prefer back bench. There is no need for me to sit in the front bench. So I was sitting there. I heard his speech. He spoke for about 1.5 hours only on the issue hovering around corruption aspect of the UPA government. He also told about the Prime Minister. What are the words be the compulsion? When I was a minister in the Karnataka cabinet, at that time my chief minister used a word against Sri Rajiv Gandhi. Both of them are no more today. Though I was in the ruling party and a member of the cabinet, I stood up and said that the word should be expunged. Sir, we have to respect the chair. Today, Dr. Manmohan Singh is there. Tomorrow, X may come, but the dignity of the chair and office must be respected by one and all. Otherwise, nobody will respect this country. Sir, I am not going to plead on behalf of anybody, but I am watching the situation. We have hardly 3 members in this house, so time factor is also one of the things which may prompt members to say how Devagowda can be given more time. I do not need more time, but when you see some of the proceedings of the house, you might have watched that I sit in the back bench. I would request with folded hands to all my friends here to see what is going on in Karnataka. Can you bear that situation in Karnataka? I cannot blame Advani ji. We were together in jail for 13 months. वेबसाइट पे इसको लगा दिया गया, पहले इसको अच्छे से पढ़ेंगे फिर इसको टाइप कर दें। इस क्लास में इतना ही बच्चों। नमस्कार बच्चों।